Hello guys, welcome to another new video on my channel. In this video I'm gonna talk about one manual focus lens that I have, and it works with a Nikon body. It's a 500 mm Nikon lens. Let's see the lens, guys. You can see it's in a very big case and it's really very huge. You can see it's very long. It's almost more than 1 feet. It's almost 1.5 feet. So if you look at the camera, like it's very, this is like the kit lens and this is like the lens that I have. You can see it's huge, and it's a 500 mm lens. It's made in Japan. The focal length is fixed, so it's a prime lens, so you can't change the focal length. It's a 500 mm prime lens, and it's a fully manual focus lens. And the zoom ring is very smooth. It's made of metal. You can see how smooth it is, so it's very easy to focus, and it's really very enjoyable when you get it in focus. And if you see the aperture, it starts from 8 and goes up to 22. You can see the dot 8, and you have to move it like this using this ring. So you can either set it to 8, 16 or 22. So these are the only three aperture that you can set this to. And if you go towards the back side, so it is actually having some kind of adapter, so you can actually mount it to a F mount, but I think this one is like a M42 screw mount, so you can adapt this to a Canon or whatever system you want. You can even use it on a mirrorless camera as well. So all you need to do is you need to unscrew this, and then you can search for M42 to Canon adapter or M42 to Sony adapter, or whichever adapter you want, and it will work exactly fine as it should, even on a mirrorless camera or any DSLR whatsoever. So guys, talking about the image quality from this one, I really like the image quality from this one. I actually took this out during the summertime to take some portraits, and I would be sharing those photos in the video. So when you are watching this video, you can see the sample images alongside the while I'm talking, and there was like some kind of a grainy look, like it gives some kind of a vintage look that you usually get from like an older film camera. So I was really impressed with the image that was coming out of this. The only drawback was that you cannot shoot with this handle because it's very huge and it's a very heavy weight. So they have a tripod mount over here, so you can put your quick release plate here, and then you can mount this to tripod, and then you can shoot any portrait with this. But you have to go at least like maybe like 100 feet away from your subject if you want to capture that subject, because this is 500 mm, guys. And if you are using it on a APS-C camera like a Nikon D5500 or D3000 series, so it would become 750 mm, which is a very large focal range, guys. And the bokeh that you get out of this, the background compression, it's amazing. If you are shooting at f8 and 500 mm, it's amazing bokeh. You get a lot of background blur, and it's amazing. So the easy way to get things in focus is that you put it on your tripod, and then you switch to the live view on your DSLR, and then you zoom all the way, and you can zoom the face of the person, and then you use this focus ring until the face is very sharp, and then you can zoom out and then take the picture, and the images are really very sharp, and the bokeh is very amazing. And the other use for this that I do is that I use this for a lot of astrophotography. So I have taken a lot of photos of moon with this, and it works almost like a telescope. So when I put it on my DSLR, and when I look through the viewfinder, I can see the moon really very up close, guys. And the photos that I took with this, I could get a lot of details of the moon. So I would be adding those photos as well that I took of the moon using this lens, and believe me guys, they were amazing, guys. And the other thing that I really like about this lens is that it's very robust. It's metal, like it's all metal. You can virtually kill someone with this. If you hit someone in their head with this one, so that person is gonna die. It's very robust. You can see the sound, guys. And the last thing, I got it really cheap, guys. I got this one for I got it along with a D3200 body for like $100, and then since I didn't need the D3200 body, so I sold that off. So I got this virtually for maybe like 20 USD, which is very cheap, because if you are buying a Nikon 500 lens, it's gonna cost you at least like 5,000 US dollar, guys. And if you want to use this with like any of the new mirrorless cameras, since those mirrorless cameras already have vibration reduction inside the body, which we also call IBIS, so then you can even shoot at lower shutter speed. But if you are shooting without that, you need at least 1 by 500 shutter speed, 1 by 500 of a second shutter speed, because it's a 500 lens. Then you can get like really very sharp images with this. One thing that you need to consider when you are using this lens is that if you have a Nikon camera, you have to set it to the fully manual mode. Only then this lens would work. If you have set it to like aperture priority or something, it will work on like the higher end professional bodies like Nikon D1000 or like the full frame cameras. But if you are using like basic entry level APS-C camera like Nikon D3000 series or 5000 series, then you have to have the camera on the M mode, and then you have to set the shutter speed from the camera, and the ISO from the camera, and the aperture you have to set it from here in the ring, and then it will work like a charm. You won't face any problem whatsoever with it. If you are using a Canon camera with a suitable adapter, then you can mount this to a Canon camera as well, and in Canon camera as well you will have to use the fully manual mode, just like Nikon. Or if you are using any other brand, Sony or whatever, it will work only in the fully manual mode, guys. Okay guys, this was a very short review. So inside the video you would have already seen how the images or the videos that come out of this lens. So if you also want something really cheap, you want to use this kind of a long telescopic lens for astrophotography or portrait, you can get them really cheap on eBay. You have to just search for like M42 mount lenses, and this one is actually made in Japan, and it's almost like more than 40-year-old, but in terms of image quality it's amazing, guys. Even though it's old, but the photos and the videos coming out of this is absolutely amazing, guys. Okay guys, so you can also check out more videos on my channel related to photography. Do subscribe to it. You can follow me on Instagram, and if you have any doubts or any questions, just feel free to message me over there. I will see you in the next video.